Steve, what do you got for value play tonight in DFS?
Yeah, going right back to the Twins, Kyle Garlick should draw the start tonight because there's a lefty on the mound. Whenever there is a lefty on the mound, and that's who the Twins are facing, he not only gets to start, he gets to start in a prime spot in the lineup. Sometimes he's batting cleanup, sometimes he's batting third, sometimes he's batting fifth. It doesn't matter where he ends up. He's going to be 2,200, hitting in the heart of the Twins lineup, and is averaging 9.6 DraftKings fantasy points against left-handed pitching. And when you're facing a lefty like Daniel Lynch, there's a very good chance you're going to be getting on base, whether it's from a walk, an extra base hit. And the beauty of this is, and while, Garion said you don't want some of your top hitters to be getting on base via a walk, but when you're 2,200, and even if you draw a couple walks, you're doing pretty good with the fantasy points with how low your salary is. So Garlick has to do literally next to nothing to really repay his value at 2,200 tonight. Give me him as one of the best overall value plays on this slate.
Yeah, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. It gets them, should keep it rolling tonight based off the information you just shared. Gary, and who do you got for value play?
Yeah, I think this guy might go a little overlooked just because there isn't like an obvious platoon advantage. This game isn't in Colorado, it's in Washington, but Nelson Cruz is kind of quietly coming back to life the last couple weeks. He started to look a lot more like Nelson Cruz lately. Multiple hits in a bunch of the last contests we've seen him participate in. He's only $3,400. His last 14 games, he's hitting 365 with a 149 WRC plus. He's barreling the ball a lot more than he had been in the month of April. So it just seems like he's kind of starting to get back to the Nelson Cruz we know, and this price point has not caught up to how well he's been hitting the last couple of weeks. Mark has, as much as I would agree with Erik, I do think at his price point, he's a very solid play. He's also given up a 409 WOBA to opponents in the month of May. It's not like he's been pitching well. It's just that Washington really can't hit, aside from Juan Soto and the last 2 weeks, Nelson Cruz.
Yeah, he's got a 423 batting average over his last 7 games. Erik, who are you looking at for value?
I like Cole Calhoun here at 2,600. He has a tough matchup against Frankie Montas. Normally, I like picking my guys based on their matchups whenever possible, but I don't think that Montas is quite in that never use a hitter against him tier. He's a good starter, but I think when a guy is good and cheap, I think he's still in play. And that describes Calhoun this year, which hasn't necessarily been true the past few years. It especially describes him over the last 2 weeks. He's hitting 391, slugging 891 with 6 homers over that stretch. His 282 WRC plus is third behind Bryce Harper and JD Martinez. So when you get a guy hitting like that for half the price, I think you have to be interested. On the season overall, it seems like he's pulling kind of the 2021 Joey Votto, where he's selling out his plate discipline for much more power. He's got career worst in strikeout rate and walk rate, but career best in barrel rate and hard hit rate. It's working out for him so far, and I want to ride that hot streak even against a pretty tough matchup here.